on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road.
You know what? We have been getting a lot of online inquiries lately from people who are moving in from out of state.
We're getting very good at working with people who don't live here.
We call that relocation. And maybe you don't call it that. Maybe you're just moving. But in our business, we call it relocation.
The most common thing, I think, is that in this area, someone is being PCS'd.
Yep.
So the military has moved you to JBLM.
Yep.
Or your job.
Amazon called, and you can't afford Seattle, so you're going to live in Tacoma. We definitely have a pretty good influx, probably because our quality of life here is awesome. And so we tend to be giving out suggestions and advice often to people who are moving into the area, and wanted to just share some of that with you in case that's something that you're considering.
I think we should describe like the ideal relocating move. Like, how would that work?
Process? Where do you start?
So the first thing you should probably do is find a good real estate agent for the area that you're moving to. And that might not be Anne or me, but just call us anyway, because we'll find you somebody good.
And so once you do that, I mean, one of the things you've got to do is narrow down where you want to be. And we've got another video talking about choosing the neighborhood that's right for you. But that's one of the first things you need to do is start to focus in on an area, and then we can figure out what agent is best suited for you.
But more likely than not, if you're living in Florida and you just found out you're moving to Tacoma, you don't know where you want to live, but you know what you want your life to be like. So connecting with an agent that can kind of figure out what is the Tacoma version of this neighborhood, and start sending you information about that area. That's usually how it goes for me.
Those are the inquiries that we get a lot of times, which is, I want to live somewhere that lets me, walk my dog, or I'm near a store. What do you recommend? And we provide information from there. So do a little bit of homework. Think about what your needs are, because when you call and you're looking for someone, that's going to drive who you're best suited to work with.
So now you found your realtor and you have some rough idea of the neighborhood you want to live in. And maybe the first chance you're going to get to come out and visit and hopefully find your home is 30 days out.
Yep.
I would say that the thing that you should do is have your realtor set up an auto search for you for that area.
Based on those things that you're interested in.
So you're pre-approved, and you can buy a house up to $400,000, and you probably want to be in North Tacoma.
Yep.
So your realtor will start sending you houses in that area. And if you see one that you think, oh, this might just be the one, and I'm not going to be there for 2 more weeks, your realtor could go and make a video of the house for you with their iPhone.
You don't necessarily have to wait.
Yeah, and send you the details, and also tell you what they saw. Oh, this might not be a good one because of this and this and this, or oh my gosh, this is a really great deal. You could write it up from afar, and then when you come a week later, for your home inspection, just double check and make sure you still like the house.
Yes.
That works.
And this is, again, one of the reasons that it's really important to hook up with somebody that you connect with, that you trust, because you may be doing quite a bit of this from a distance. Marguerite does a great job. She's done videos of properties, multiple videos of properties for a client who is out of the country. And that can be really good. I mean, they didn't even see the house,
They never saw the house until a week after they bought it.
So one of the things to consider when you're evaluating who you're going to work with is what type of technology they're comfortable with and the technology that you're comfortable with. So maybe you like that concept, or maybe that is totally beyond you, and you need to come out and get acquainted and do a visitation tour, and then somebody's going to make recommendations. So you want to sort some of that out on the front end.
It is. There are different ways of doing it, but I will say that if you want to come out and be here in person and see maybe even dozens of houses in a very short period of time, and you're in a fast-moving market, it does make things difficult. So I would encourage you to select a realtor that knows how to shoot video of a house to send to you, and to select a realtor that uses DocuSign or AuthentiSign or one of those distance signing products, so that'll make everything much easier.
And that's a really big deal now. It sounds exciting, but it's very, very easy to use. And it means that if you need to submit an offer, and like Marguerite said, it's a fast moving market, you can prepare that and sign it, even if it's 10 p.m. on the East Coast and your agent is just sitting down to dinner over here. You guys can put that together and get your offer submitted.
In an ideal world, you will fly out for the home inspection. If there's if there's spouses, at least one of you will be out there to. I like to describe the home inspection as not just the inspection, but the orientation, like learning. Maybe you're from an area that doesn't have wooden houses. that doesn't have basements. Like learning how to take care of the house is as important as finding out what's in the house.
Yeah, and it's really your chance. I mean, it's your test drive. It's your chance to hang out there for a couple of hours, maybe meet the neighbors depending on what's going on. So try not to miss that if you possibly can.
And then when it's time to sign, you still might not be here. This
Right.
has happened a lot to me lately. So maybe even sometimes one spouse is deployed.
Yep.
And in that case, one spouse will need to do power of attorney for the other, and escrow will set that up for you.
Yep.
And you might be signing with a notary back in Florida.
Right.
And they'll be FedExing those final documents back here to Washington.
So that's a consideration, is that relocation closing sometimes will take a little longer because there's pieces that need to be coordinated in different states. Also, the process for closing in the state that you're in currently or the one you were leaving may be different than it is here in Washington. And so you might be used to closing on the East Coast and you all sit down to the table and it's done there that day and you get your keys. We have a little different process for that here in Washington. So just be prepared, but somebody who is skilled in dealing with relocations will help guide you through that.
Absolutely. Welcome to Tacoma.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.